Hey guys, we are looking at our one of our two passages for Thursday, December 10th for our HBA assignment. So we already know the format, guys. Ms. Heard-Hixon is going to read through the passage and we're going to go through to help us answer our questions the best that we can. So let's jump to it. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more, try to give us a better picture of our passage, and then we're going to get started. Okay? Read along with me if you so choose. How did wealthy people spend leisure time in the late 1800s? One fascinating pastime was to exchange afternoon visits. At each house, a visitor would leave a calling card. These printed cards included the person's name, much like a business card of today. The cards would be placed on a tray and taken by a servant to the lady of the house. The hostess would then decide to accept the visit, decline the visit, or postpone the visit. After World War I, telephones and cards led to the end of this quaint social custom. So this particular passage is talking about how wealthy people, and when I say wealthy people, I mean people that have a significant amount of money, rich people, they're not really struggling from day to day. So this helps us understand how wealthy people spent their time. And when we say pastime, we mean time that we have nothing to really do. Okay, so it's time when you may be sitting at the house just kind of bored or wishing you could be out with your friends. That's our pastime. We don't have anything to do, so we're just sitting there passing time. Okay. So this passage tells us that one of the things that they used to do was they used to invite people over. This was before telephones and before cars, so they had to do things a little bit different. And they sent over cards to either take an invitation or send an invitation, and person could either accept it, they could decline it, or kind of postpone it for another day. And so this is pretty much what this passage is talking about. All right. So let's look at question number 1. Which phrase best reflects the writer's point of view? Okay, which phrase best reflects the writer's, point of view? Now, when we are focusing on the point of view of the writer, we're focusing on pretty much how they see the story or how they wanted to write the story. So it's from the writer's perspective. So if I'm watching a movie and I go tell somebody about the movie, my point of view or how I see the movie or explain the movie to you may be completely different from someone who watched the exact same movie with me. And that's what we call point of view. It's like a perspective, okay? Do you think that the writer was shocked by this custom? Was he surprised? Was he distressed by this custom? Was he disgusted or just couldn't understand it? Or was he intrigued by this custom? Was he interested in it? Did he think that it was kind of cool? Okay, and based on our passage, we are going to create a decision. One thing I know for sure we can say is that he was not disgusted by this custom. He didn't have any words in here that made it seem like it was stupid to him or that he was just ugh. Okay, so that's what we know for sure. So now we need to know, was he shocked? Was he surprised by it? Or was he interested in it? And that's how we're going to determine which one is correct looking at our passage, okay? Question 2, fact or opinion. Remember, we've been talking about fact and opinions quite a lot in these passages this week. Fact is truth. Opinion is thoughts. Okay? Fact is truth, opinions is thoughts. All right? And remember, when we're thinking about opinion, a lot of times it have those adjective words or something that describes something and takes it a little bit over the top. So we know that it's an opinion. All right, let's look here. One fascinating pastime was to exchange afternoon visits. Automatically, I see something in this sentence that makes me seem like this could be a little different. Now, this one is a tricky question because I'll see fascinating here, which is an adjective that makes it seem like this is something so interesting, and somebody else may not be that interested in this pastime. Okay, so a fascinating pastime was to exchange afternoon visits. This part of the sentence makes it feel like it's an opinion. This part of the sentence, to exchange afternoon visits, is a fact because they did exchange afternoon visits. So you're going to have to determine which one feels more of what is it, a fact or an opinion. Because this one is talking about pastimes, even though we see that adjective, it is safe to say that this is a fact because they did actually visit each other in the afternoon. Okay, even though the author put fascinating in there, the fact that they did visit each other in the afternoon makes this an fact. Okay, all right. Let's go to number 3. The title that best summarizes this paragraph is. Now remember, a summary is a what the paragraph is about. It's just what the paragraph is about. I explained it to you guys after we read the story, so that's my summary. Okay, an afternoon activity, decisions for the hostess, calling card customs, or before cars and telephones. Okay, now all of these are pretty good examples. But we have to remember the paragraph is talking about what they would do when they had nothing to do in the afternoons, okay? So one thing we can go ahead and mark out is before cars and telephone, because it wasn't really focusing on the different activities they did before cars and telephones. It was focusing on one particular activity, all right? And last, in this paragraph, the word postpone means. I'm going to go back and find postpone. And I'm going to read this sentence. The hostess would then decide to accept the visit, decline the visit, or postpone the visit. So would the hostess accept the visit, decline the visit, or get ready for the visit? Make a decision for the visit. Answer the visit, or put off until later. Okay? One thing we know that they're not doing is they're not answering. That is not what postpone means. Nothing about that. It means to answer. Okay? So we got to make a decision. Are they getting ready? Are they making a decision? Or are they going to put it off till later? Going back up to our sentence up here, it says they either accept it, decline it, and think, what could postpone mean? Would it mean get ready for? If I accept it, do I have to get ready for it? Do I have to put off until later? Okay. All right. If you have any questions, once again, you can call Mrs. Heard-Hixon at 256-513-8064, or you can send me an email, rheardhixon.rheshva@gmail.com. All right, guys. Until the next one.